Namaste cha, Vivadan cha, good morning cha. Once upon a time, there were 4 children, 4 all males. Sanat, Sanatana, Sanak, Sadanand. These 4 children, 4 boys, were born out of Brahma, Lord Brahma's wish. Lord Brahma wanted them to grow up to be courageous, to be, holding something like ruling, like maybe doing something like worldly thing. But opposite, in difference to what Lord Brahma thought, all these 4 children, all these 4 boys decided to give up Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha. You know what is Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha. So they grew up to be very, very learned, very knowledgeable, very religious. So one day they decide to go. They like to go. They wanted to go to pay respects to Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu, as you know, lives in Vaikuntha. So they took the path of Vaikuntha. They reached there at the gate. They were said, no, you can't enter. Stop, you can't enter. And there were 2 guards there, Jay and Vijay. These 2 guards won't let these 4, gem boys to go into the Vaikuntha and pay respects to Vishnu. The rumor, the noise increased. Naturally, Vishnu, as you know, is a god, came to know about it. He called them, Jay and Vijay, what you have done today is totally not right, it is totally wrong, it is against the basic principles of humanity, basic principles of what we do, what I do in the world, what I do to help the people of the world, men, women and children. Therefore you have to be punished for it. Lord Vishnu went on further to say, I'll give you choices. In the next yuga, this incident happened in the Satya Yuga. Next yuga, which is the Treta Yuga, you can either be reborn as my devotees or you can be reborn as my enemies. What would you like? Jay and Vijay said in one voice, we would like to be your enemies. Maybe they were irritated. Okay, then Lord Vishnu says, alright, you will be born in the Treta Yuga as my enemies. The story further goes to say, I'll stop in this part. Now what happens is that Kashyap Muni or the medicant or the Rishi, Kashyap Rishi, ashram of Kashyap Rishi, 2 children were born. His wife's name is Diti, and these 2 children were named Hiranyaka and Hiranyakasip. Hiranyakasip, they grew up. Hiranyakasip went on to become a king. Then Hiranyakasip further went on to please Brahma by his tapasya, and he got a boon. He was given a blessing by the Brahma. What he wanted is he will be immortal. He will not die. Nobody could kill him. That is what he wanted. Neither in daytime nor in night time, neither by animal nor by man, nor by any weapon, etc. He got this boon. Naturally, it went to his head. He became very adamant. He became very cruel in his way. Started to rule all 3 worlds, Swarga, Narka, Mrityu, Martyalok, with his total, one-sided, destructive kind of style. And in his house, in his palace, a boy was born. Now this boy was just opposite to him. The boy was very keen to follow the godly path. He became an ardent devotee of Lord Vishnu. And this further displeased Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu wanted to kill him by different means. You know about the story of this Holika. He wanted to put him into fire, he wanted to throw him into the ocean. Nothing worked. Then they were so angry he was. So he had an argument one day. He said, okay, you are very ardent devotee of Lord Vishnu. We have read about this in our childhood in many books, what I am going to tell you now. Where is your God? Hiranyakashipu asks Prahlad, where is your God? Prahlad said, God is everywhere. He is here, he is there, he is omnipresent. Okay, show me in this pillar, is there God in this pillar? And at that moment, what happens is that the pillar bursts and there comes out, you know what you call, something comes out, something, neither a man nor an animal, half lion, half man, with large claws, and that is the beginning of the end of Hiranyakashipu. And today, Vaishak Shukla Paksha Chaturdashi is the anniversary of birth of this character, birth of this half demon, half god, half man, half animal, NARSHIMHA or Nisrimha. NARSHIMHA means man and lion. Today is the birth anniversary. Let us pay respect to NARSHIMHA. Go to the temple, take a fast. NARSHIMHA can help anybody out of their difficulties, out of their misfortune. I plan to go to visit the temple. There are many temples in Kathmandu of NARSHIMHA, and as you know, the story further goes. NARSHIMHA will take Hiranyakashipu in his lap, and with his claws he will tear out his entrails, his insides, and then that is how Hiranyakashipu is destroyed, and eventually Prahlad takes over as the king, and opposite to Hiranyakashipu, Prahlad becomes a very noble, very just king of the kingdom. Let us pay respects to Hiranyakashipu. This is the story. Hope you like it. धन्यवाद छ सबैलाई, नमस्कार छ।